Probably the most chaotic time lapse we've ever done. Every barony, every county has its own random faith and random culture to start. We ran it over the course of 7 days, and pretty interesting findings here. A lot of it still surprisingly not as put together as we would like. Over the course of 684 years, you'd think the AI would have been able to put it together, but with having such a chaotic group of people, it's probably much harder to rule over all this different lands. And I imagine de jure not being normal really didn't help. Also faith straight off the bat, and it looks like we have a orthodox winner, which is funny that they all kind of got back together in the normal places. Orthodox seems to be where it is. Same with Asheri. We made every faith organized from the get-go so that everybody had a fighting chance. Slovakian and Vidalist also did a good job of, and Ukrainesko, I guess, all did a good job of saying we're going to form in the areas that we normally have holy sites in, which is really interesting to see happen. Next, we're going to look at culture. We're not going to spend too much time looking at culture just because it's like there's not a lot of it coming together. It seems like the only thing that I thought was really interesting while I was looking around is that this Jewish culture somehow crops up and then went off. Actually, you can see how many counties there are if you just go and click on the county itself or the culture itself, and then you go to one of the regional culture traditions and see. Seems like for the most part everybody has about like 22, 23. Maybe a little bit more, a little bit less. Kingdom map mode and just gawk at it and just be like, this is not exactly what I thought. I thought when we did random stuff like this that it wouldn't be this way, but I guess that's what happens when you have random de jure as well. Things are going to be not fully filled in. I was really expecting to see somebody come in and just actually dominate the whole map, but that makes sense that they didn't do that because just again, with the different cultures and religions, everything is going to be out of control. Tijuana, Orleans is probably pretty big. Who of these empires is still living? It doesn't look like many. We'll probably have to look in the other map mode to see who is actually a living empire. Almohadid Caliphate, because it looked like for a split second they owned half the world. So it looks like they got formed, and then in 975 they had 1,700 titles to themselves in 893. It was just interesting to see them rise. I wonder why the AI, and then they had much more. So for whatever reason, the AI was able to vassalize a shit ton of titles, and they were all over the place too, not just like normal in just a region. They owned all the no duchies. Maybe that's the title somehow they created for themselves. I don't understand what this no duchies is, but let's look. So maybe that's what happened. Somehow they gained control of a title that they shouldn't have been able to, and so that's why we saw them rise in power because of all the duchy lists land. Didn't realize that was a thing, and probably going to crash the game by clicking on this. So don't look at that duchy. It will cause problems. Let's move on to probably the government map mode just to see what craziness is going on. A lot of republics has to be expected because the cities were a thing. Clan, a lot more clan it feels like than normal, spotted out throughout the world. Some theocracies here. No, it doesn't look like maybe one independent theocracy. The Prince Bishop of Avignon. Oh, interesting. That's interesting. A Han Catholic. What a guy. Not that many developed areas, except for if you're in Mecca. This area is very developed. As for Rome itself, it looks like they're somewhat developed. And what about Cordoba? Not developed. And Byzantium? All right, so for whatever reason, Baghdad and it looks like Mecca are the most developed. Maybe just due to the cultural traditions people have in this area is allowing that to happen, or it's just from the buildings that are automatically there from the beginning. I think Mecca starts with the great mosque that gives a decent amount of dev. Love to see random houses coming up in the world. None of the normal houses, except for this one, has probably this. No, this is a historic family. That's why they have so much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, they're probably the best family. Let's next look at our most powerful. None other than, it looks like northern India. They seem to be the most powerful. And then after that is an Orthodox king of Dable, the hunter, 36,000. So it's not that many, but that makes sense just because of it's probably hard to maintain a lot of vassals with how much domain you're gonna need. All in all, pretty interesting stuff. It was unfortunate that we lost out on half the map near the end, so we couldn't see this portion of the map. Really annoying that my local save file was able to still run it, but unfortunately just threw that warning up that we were encroaching on too much data within the folder that it was in. Truly random is truly random. There's going to be random kingdoms, random empires. It seems like it's going to be hard to maintain all this land, especially with everybody's culturally different and faith different. So it's just a chaotic mess. You love to see a lot more just faiths that you don't see. I feel like I don't see the Hafizi Muslim faith, never really see them. I don't think I've ever actually known that they existed. The Alwism Muslim faith, not a thing that comes up very often. Some Jewish faiths over here. Lollard's taking off. It's great. But all in all, random is random, and I love to see it. So if you enjoyed this, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And as always, have a good rest of your day, and Happy New Year. I'll talk to y'all in the future. Have a good rest of your day. Ciao.